Down with the Dan and Dan and Dan, diggy diggy Dan, the man with the plan, Dan diggy diggy Dan with the Dan, and diggy diggy Dan, diggy Dan, and Dan and Dan and Dan, diggy Dan with the Dan and Dan and Dan, diggy diggy Dan, the man with the plan, Dan diggy diggy Dan with the Dan, and diggy diggy Dan, diggy Dan and Dan and Dan and Dan, diggy Dan with the Dan and Dan and Dan, diggy diggy Dan, the man with the plan, Dan diggy diggy Dan with the Dan, and diggy diggy Dan, diggy Dan and Dan and Dan and Dan, diggy Dan with the Dan and Dan and Dan, diggy diggy Dan, the man with the plan, Dan diggy diggy Dan, diggy Dan and Dan and Dan, diggy Dan with the Dan and Dan and Dan, diggy Dan and Dan and Dan, diggy Dan with the Dan and Dan and Dan, diggy Dan with the Dan and Dan and Dan, diggy Dan with the Dan and Dan and Dan, diggy Dan with the Dan and Dan and Dan, diggy Dan with the Dan and Dan and Dan, diggy Dan with the Dan and Dan and Dan, diggy Dan with the Dan and Dan and Dan, diggy Dan with the Dan and Dan and Dan, diggy Dan with the Dan and Dan and Dan, diggy Dan with the Dan and Dan and Dan, diggy Dan with the Dan and Dan and Dan, diggy Dan with the Dan and Dan and Dan, diggy Dan with the Dan and Dan and Dan, diggy Dan with the Dan and Dan and Dan, diggy Dan with the Dan and Dan and Dan, diggy Dan with the Dan and Dan and Dan, diggy Dan with the Dan and Dan and Dan, diggy Dan with the Dan and Dan and Dan, diggy Dan with the Dan and Dan and Dan, diggy Dan with the Dan and Dan and Dan, diggy Dan with the Dan and Dan and Dan, diggy Dan with the Dan and Dan and Dan, diggy Dan with the Dan and Dan and Dan, diggy Dan with the Dan and Dan and Dan, diggy Dan with the Dan and Dan and Dan, diggy Dan with the Dan and Dan and Dan, diggy Dan with the Dan and Dan and Dan, diggy Dan with the Dan and Dan and Dan, diggy Dan with the Dan and Dan and Dan, dig
Welcome everyone to the fourth and final week of round one of the Super Cindy World Tournament. As Chronic Taco has opted to withdraw from the tournament, Blank Gaming will automatically be moving on. And although I hate to do it, Azareth, Undying, and Mr. Sir both have failed to complete their run by the end of Friday, so I've had no choice but to disqualify the both of them, giving Relentless Gaming a bye in round two. So we only have 2 matches to go today. First up, we got Kawaii Clutch Gaming versus Windemic. Let's take a look. Round 1, match 13. We're pitting Kawaii Clutch versus Windemic. Let's see how these runners handle the match. If you'll notice, Kawaii Clutch is playing on keyboard, so kudos to him for that, first of all. That is, in itself, an impressive feat. And our runners are underway, and Windemic takes off to an early lead. Kawaii Clutch run into some munchers, and Windemic hitting the thing, falling off before the checkpoint. Windemic missing the checkpoint again. Kawaii Clutch coming up behind him. Third try, and Windemic has passed the checkpoint, and Kawaii Clutch falling in the same hole as Windemic comes up on goal. Stage 1, as Kawaii Clutch picks up the checkpoint. Kawaii Clutch hitting the ceiling munchers. We are now moving on to the hills for Windemic, as Kawaii Clutch is coming up on the end. Windemic off the rocks and over the munchers. Kawaii Clutch taking a hit on the last set of munchers. Windemic is coming up near the end of the level. Kawaii Clutch has level 1. Windemic has level 2. Both players will be moving on to their respective next levels. As Windemic is in the night stage, Kawaii Clutch starts making his way through the hills. Kawaii Clutch taking a muncher hit as Windemic is closing in on a checkpoint area. He's got the checkpoint. Looks like Kawaii took another hit. And Windemic with the damage boost. Goal, Windemic. Kawaii Clutch couldn't quite make it over those munchers to the spring. Back to the front of the hills. And another muncher hit as Kawaii Clutch starts, as Windemic starts his way through the ghost house. Up to the conga line booze, no problem for Windemic as he's timing out his block for the flip. Double flip block for Windemic. As Kawaii Clutch lines up this jump again, Windemic is closing in on the door. Block up, kicks it right through, and Windemic is in the boss as Kawaii Clutch is up to the checkpoint. On hit number 2 for Windemic. Windemic hit 2 is good. Kawaii Clutch coming up on the end of the level. Quiet Clutch is through level 2. Windemic is past Big Boo. Once again, both players will be moving on to their respective next stages. Quiet Clutch will be moving into the first night stage. Over the Yoshi and into the spikes as Windemic starts his way through the first sky stage. Windemic is moving right along. Quiet Clutch looks like he took a hit while on the Yoshi. Off the bonsai build. Quiet Clutch past the checkpoint. No, Quiet Clutch almost got to the checkpoint. I apologize. Windemic's past the checkpoint. And Windemic is through the level. Quiet Clutch coming back up on the checkpoint. And Quiet Clutch has the checkpoint as Windemic is leaving the first sky stage. Windemic is into the first city level as Quiet Clutch is closing in on the end of the first night zone. Section 3, Windemic. Off the flip as Quiet Clutch finishes the night zone. Off the photo move for Windemic. On to the climbing section. Under and lining up the swamp as Quiet Clutch starts his way through the post house. Windemic is closing in on the Reznors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Windemic made that look easy through the Reznors. And Quiet Clutch is through the double flipper blocks. Not a bad play for Quiet Clutch, in my opinion, playing on keyboard. I couldn't imagine trying to do that. And Quiet Clutch beginning his way through the night rope level. Windemic through the night rope level as Quiet Clutch begins his fight with the Big Boo. Windemic's now past the checkpoint. She's in the saws as Quiet Clutch is looking for one more hit on the Big Boo. Quiet Clutch, Big Boo good. Windemic is through the night ropes. And Windemic's got the P-Balloon cheesing below the level as Quiet Clutch is starting the first sky zone. Windemic moving up on top of the level. Quiet Clutch just short of the checkpoint, jumping a little early. And goal! Windemic through the P-Balloon level. Once again, short of the checkpoint. And Windemic is now onto the airship. Off the shell. Past the flip. Windemic really struggling. Windemic really struggling with the spot before the checkpoint there. And coming up on the end, and that is goal Windemic. Quiet Clutch hopefully get this checkpoint this time, and he is good on the checkpoint. As Windemic begins working his way through the bathhouse. Up to the puffer. And Quiet Clutch is clear of the first sky zone. And Quiet Clutch making his way through the city as Windemic is working on the Hateful Dolphins. Coffee, tea, yup. Wimp for Quiet Clutch, as Windemic is through the Hateful Dolphins. Teeth, yep. And Quiet Clutch lining up, and he's got the Torpedo Ted. as Quiet Clutch is moving into the Reznor fight. Taking a hit. Another fireball for Kwai as Windemic is moving into the Wendy fight. And off to the side, presumably RNG strat. 2 hits for Kwai, 1 hit for Windemic. 3 hits for Kwai. 2 hits for Windemic. And missing a shot, Windemic, as Kwai is taking a hit. 1, 2, 3 hits for Kwai as Windemic clears the Wendy fight. One more to go for Kwai. And fireball, that hurts. Windemic begins to swim. Again, I don't know how Kwai does it with the keyboard. That is beyond my skill level, I'll say that much right now. I would probably be doing worse. One, and fireball. Windemic having no problem with the swim. 1, 2. Riding the platform as Windemic is closing in on the end of the level. Different strat here. I haven't seen anyone try this strat with the Reznor. 3. As Windemic is through the water level. Oh, hitting that thwomp. I thought he had it that time. Windemic starting his way through the train. Up on the platform, we got 2 Reznors down. Another fireball. Windemic under the clapping chuck, no problem, and checkpoint. Taking a hit right after the checkpoint, Windemic, as Quiet Clutch still working on that Reznor. Green Bean. Green Bean good. 1, 2, 3. 3 hits. Windemic is through the train. And Windemic is making his way through the swamp as Quiet Clutch working on 3 more Reznors. 2 more Reznors staying on the moving platform. Taking a hit as Windemic is slowly picking his way through the jungle. Past the checkpoint, Windemic. 3 Reznors to go. Quiet Clutch. 2, 1, and into the hole. He had all the Reznors, but landed in the hole. Another fireball for Kwai. Windemic off the swooper and under the goal. 1, 2, 3. Windemic is goal. Back on a moving platform for Kwai. 4, 1 to go. 5, and Quiet Clutch is through the Reznor as Windemic is making his way through the last city. City Section 1 complete. As Quiet Clutch begins to make his way through the night ropes and Windemic falls in the hole. Take 2 on City Section 2. Another death for Windemic as Kwai cheeses the saws. Windemic closing in on the end. Short of the door, waiting for the flyers, and he's in. Cathedral Zone 1. Oh, Quiet Clutch jumping just a pinch early. And Windemic closing in on the end. And Windemic is through the door into the final section. Pre-boss entrance room. Why again, cheese and saws. Here's everybody's fishing booth friend. And Quiet Clutch is good through the night ropes. And Windemic is on the final boss. Quiet Clutch starting P-Balloon. Quiet Clutch is on the level. Windemic has one hit. I've not seen anyone stay that low that long. Let's see how that works for Quiet Clutch as Windemic finishes the boss and is ready for the final run. Good shell hit. And Quiet's off on his final run. Windemic's on his final run as Quiet Clutch is feeding them footballs to the Yoshi. Quiet's up to the fireball. I like that. I like how that football loses its physical substance. Quiet's up to Quiet's to the level, and Windemic is on the spins. Quiet Clutch starting the airship level. Winner! Windemic with an official time of 14:29.3. Let's go update our charts and check out the next match. And with that win out of the way, Windemic will be moving on to face SMB Slayer in round 2. Now up, Wicked Kaizo Fury versus Kiki. And here we are, last match of the night. We've got Wicked Kaizo Fury versus Kiki. Let's see how they do. And they are underway. And Wicked Kaizo Fury getting a slight lead early on as Kiki seems to have temporarily gotten distracted. Wicked Kaizo Fury missing that checkpoint. Has the checkpoint now. Kiki is not far behind him. And Wicked Fury, goal. Coming up, Kiki, goal. Nipping right at his heels as we go into the hills. Checkpoint, Wicked Kaizo, and hits a piranha. Muncher. Checkpoint Kiki. Goal getting hit, Wicked Kaizo getting hit by that shell. Kiki is now in the lead. Goal Kiki. Goal Wicked Kaizo. Now it's Wicked Kaizo's turn to be nipping the heels of Kiki as we move into the night zone. Kiki with a good Yoshi drop. Wicked Kaizo with a good Yoshi drop. Kiki coming up on the checkpoint. Checkpoint Kiki. Wicked Kaizo coming up on a checkpoint. Checkpoint Wicked Kaizo Fury. Kiki going for a mole ride. Nope, gets kissed by the mole and down she goes as Wicked Kaizo takes the damage boost and goal Wicked Kaizo back in the lead. Kiki, take 2 on the mole ride. She's good on the glasses. Goal! Kiki as Wicked Kaizo begins his way through the ghost house. Once again, Wicked Kaizo in the lead. And Kiki nipping right at his heels. Kiki starting the way through the ghost house. smooth jump across for Wicked Kaizo. And Wicked Kaizo is into the first Boo fight. One hit Kaizo. Kiki, what a smooth checkpoint grab as Wicked Kaizo gets the second hit on Boo. That was a smooth jump through that Boo ring. 3 hits Boo, and Wicked Kaizo is through the boss fight as Kiki begins. Wicked Kaizo is currently 1 boss battle ahead of Kiki. 2 hits Kiki as Wicked Kaizo begins his way through the Sky Zone. And Kiki is through the boss fight. Kaizo coming up and short of the checkpoint. They are almost neck and neck due to that early jump. Well, maybe not as close as I thought, but there is much. Now they're definitely neck and neck. Wicked Kaizo losing majority of his lead, but he is still ahead. And missing it again. Kiki is now back in the lead. Kiki hitting that Kaizo block. Wicked Kaizo is back in the lead once again with the checkpoint. Wicked Kaizo closing in on the goal. Kiki's got the checkpoint. Wicked Kaizo has the goal. And hitting the munchers. Wicked Kaizo Fury is now half a level ahead of Kiki. Kaizo beginning his way through the first city. Door number 2, Kiki's got the goal in the Sky Zone. Door number 3 for Wicked Kaizo. Off to Podoboo. Door number 4 for Wicked Kaizo as he begins the climbing section. Kiki is now in the city. Door 1 Kiki, Wicked Kaizo taking a hit by the ball and chain. Door 2 Kiki, that's another hit against Wicked Kaizo. Off the flip for Kiki. Podoboo is good. She's closing his gap. She is not far behind him now. Wicked Kaizo into the Reznor battle. Two hits and a fireball as Kiki also gets hit by a Koopa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wicked Kaizo Fury is through the Reznor fight. Kiki got revenge on that Koopa that got her last time. She is now closing in on the Reznor battle. Kiki is on the Reznor fight as Wicked Kaizo begins working his way through the night rope section. We got 3 Reznors down. Wicked Kaizo opting to cheese the saws. 4 down, and Kiki is through Reznor. And Wicked Kaizo is through the Night Zone ropes. Kiki begins her way through the Night Zone rope section level. Wicked Kaizo Fury is on the P-Balloon level. Going under. Kiki is past the checkpoint. Dodging footballs and fireballs. As he makes his way through the top. Kiki is goal! Night Zone ropes. Wicked Kaizo's got the other half of the cheese and goal! Wicked Kaizo Fury! Both will be moving on to the next respective level. Kiki starting the P-Balloon level. She's under. As Wicked Kaizo Fury begins making his way through the airship. Oh, Kiki getting hit by a football! Wicked Kaizo Fury is past the flip. Second P-Balloon for Kiki as Wicked Kaizo is past the checkpoint. Kiki getting past all those footballs and such now as she's onto the second half of the cheese for the P-balloon level. And goal! Wicked Kaizo Fury. He is through the airship level. Goal! Kiki. She is through the P-balloon level. Wicked Kaizo Fury beginning to work his way through the bathhouse as Kiki begins work on the airship. Type 1, Wicked Kaizo Fury. That's a puffer fish to Wicked Kaizo. Kiki on the triple dry bones. And checkpoint airship Kiki as Wicked Kaizo Fury is through the puffer fish. Wicked Kaizo Fury is now on the Hateful Dolphins. And back out of the water as Kiki clears the airship. Take 2, Wicked Kaizo Fury versus Hateful Dolphins. And he is through the Dolphins. Wicked Kaizo Fury lining up for the Torpedo Ted ride as Kiki begins her way through the bathhouse. Short on Torpedo Ted as Kiki begins work on the pufferfish. Tag 2, Torpedo Ted. Torpedo Ted is good. Last section pre-Wendy for Wicked Kaizo Fury as Kiki is getting up to the Hateful Dolphins. Kiki making short work of the Hateful Dolphins as Wicked Kaizo Fury lines up the RNG. Kiki lining up for Torpedo Ted ride. 1 hit Wicked Kaizo Fury. 2 hits for Wicked Kaizo as Kiki is into the last section before the boss. Wicked Kaizo Fury is through the Wendy fight as Kiki is closing this gap. Wicked Kaizo Fury into the swamp as Kiki begins the Wendy battle. 1 hit Kiki and into the mush. Swimming good for Wicked Kaizo. Kiki missing Wendy again. Giving up all the ground she just gained on him. 1 hit Kiki. 2 hits Kiki. Kiki waiting for the right shot. Wicked Kaizo Fury on the last pipe, and he is in. Just got to avoid the swoopers, and he is done with the water level. 3rd hit, Wendy. And Wicked Kaizo Fury is through the swimming level as Kiki is finished with Wendy, moving into the swimming level. Wicked Kaizo Fury into the swamp. I'm sorry, into the train. Up and over as Kiki begins her swim. Fell in between the train cars and he's up to the Clapping Chuck. Onto the Clapping Chuck is good and missed the checkpoint, but he's still rocking and rolling as Kiki making her swim. Wicked Kaizo Fury up to the green bean. And he's through the green bean and goal! Wicked Kaizo Fury as Kiki is closing in on the end of the swimming level. Kiki is up and over the swoopers and goal! Kiki as Wicked Kaizo Fury is now really on the swamp level. I promise this time. And good, up to the Kaizo block as Kiki begins her way through the train. He's got the checkpoint and taking the death to get through to the checkpoint spawn. Second half of the swamp as Kiki's got the checkpoint on the train. Sitting about 1 level behind right now. Kiki up to the green bean. Wicked Kaizo Fury made it over to the Blarg. Goal! Kiki! Wicked Kaizo Fury off that swooper onto the fake goal. And goal! Wicked Kaizo Fury! As Kiki begins to make her way through the swamp. Wicked Kaizo Fury into the last city. Door 1, Wicked Kaizo, Kiki coming in on the checkpoint. She's got the checkpoint and into pipe. City Section 2, Wicked Kaizo Fury. And up. And over. Wicked Kaizo Fury is into the cathedral. Good kick and onto the disco shell for Wicked Kaizo as Kiki is in the second half of the swamp. Cathedral Zone 2. Kiki taking a muncher hit in the swamp, back to the checkpoint. Wicked Kaizo Fury into the third and final Cathedral Zone. Here's the fishing booth. And he takes a hit by the fire. Off the snowball. Kiki is swimming under the goal. Goal! Kiki as Wicked Kaizo Fury taking another hit by that fishing booth. Kiki beginning her way through the city as Wicked Kaizo takes another hit to the fishing booth. Kiki through City Section 1. Wicked Kaizo looks like he's done playing games with the fishing booth and he is in, barely making it by that fire. Wicked Kaizo Fury on the last boss as Kiki is making her way into the cathedral. One hit. Kiki coming up. Looks like she is working on despawning one of the Koopas, if I'm not mistaken. 2 hits Wicked Kaizo. She's got the despawn. Makes it a little easier to get through that door. 2 hits Wicked Kaizo. 3 hits. I'm sorry. 3 hits Wicked Kaizo. Is she working on despawning both of them? Like she is. She probably could have made it through one of them and been a little bit closer, but that's alright. We are into the cathedral with Kiki as Wicked Kaizo Fury is on the final run. Wicked Kaizo Fury taking a hit on the final run. Kiki closing in on the end of the first cathedral section. Oh, barely avoiding that swamp hit. Wicked Kaizo Fury taking a swamp hit of his own as Kiki is into the final cathedral section. Oh, falling off the bridge, Wicked Kaizo. Kiki's still got a chance to catch up depending on how this goes. She's on the fishing booth. He's made it past the bridge and over the swamp. Wicked Kaizo Fury's got the fireball. That's the fireball section. Kiki taking a nice and slow on the fishing booth and whoa, almost made it in the door but could not line up. Wicked Kaizo Fury's past the spinning jump section. Coming up to the last bridge. Kiki falling in the hole. Game! Wicked Kaizo Fury with an official time of 17 minutes, 6 seconds, 13 milliseconds. And that'll do it for round 1. Let's go ahead and update the board and take a look at what we got coming up next week for round number 2. With that win by Wicked Kaizo Fury, we'll conclude round 1 of the tournament. So, the bottom half of round 2 is going to be SMB Slayer versus Windemic, Blank Gaming versus Ryoshoa, Relentless Gaming gets a bye. Wicked Kaizo Fury will be versus Full Mag Gaming. Now, let's take a look at, we got big stuff coming next week, 8 matches. Let's have a see. Don't know how well you're able to see that, but as you can see, hopefully you can see, Round 2, Week 1 will be Refartfignugan versus ZV Gaming, Eclipse Gaming versus Drop the Hammer, Fabled Games versus Hells Gaming, Big Smooth Gaming versus Top Notch, Olden McGroin versus Game Tight Entertainment, Crusade Gaming versus Thwomps Gaming, Tempest Art versus Legendary Dice, and VetMech Gaming versus the NES Super Stream. This is going to be a super action-packed week next week, so hopefully see you there.